Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Ria and I'm a lifestyle content creator living in Ireland. So if this is your first time stopping here, you're welcome. Thank you. Please do not forget to subscribe, hit that button there before you leave. And then if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you so much. For today's topic, as you guys can already see from the title of the video, we're going to be speaking about working in Ireland as a foreign student, working in Ireland as an international student. Okay, so if this is something that you want to hear about or know about or have information about, then please do keep on watching. As a foreign student or international student living and schooling in Ireland, you're only allowed to work 20 hours in a week. And in this video, I'll be talking about like the different kind of jobs you can get here in Ireland as a student, and like the minimum wage and everything you need to know, how to apply, you know, what to expect from the job, how to go about it pretty much, and all those everything concerning, you know, the work area or the work aspect in Ireland as a foreign student. So this is how we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to be dividing like the jobs into two. We have like the corporate jobs and we have like the non-corporate jobs here in Ireland. Okay, so we're going to begin from the corporate jobs that you can do as a student that are corporate in Ireland. Okay, and then before I also speak about these jobs, I also want you to know that most of these jobs and getting these jobs all depend on like your skill set and your expertise in these particular fields. Okay, so beginning from the corporate jobs, there are a list of jobs here that you can do in Ireland as you're studying here as a student. I'm just going to be reading them out for you. So the first job here that I have on my list as a corporate job would be you working as a front desk clerk or a receptionist for a company, an industry, or even a department in school, your library. Agencies that offer this particular job, I would say like the Adecco Group. I don't know if you've heard of Adecco Group, but Adecco Group actually offers this kind of job, like front desk clerk or receptionist job, for even part-time. So all of these websites and all of these recruitment agencies that I'm going to be speaking of or calling their name today, they're all down in the description box. Okay, so if you go there, you're going to be seeing like a lot more detailed information how to get through to these agencies or these companies, like their links, you know, and how to contact them, how to apply through to them. Everything is going to be down in the description box. So the Adecco Group is one recruitment agency that I know that have roles for front desk clerk or receptionist even as a part-time student. So moving on to like the next one, which is like the personal assistant or the secretary. That one you also have to contact Adecco Group, or maybe you could also research on that. I don't know what other companies actually give those kind of jobs, but like there are jobs. I've had a couple of people who, while we were studying as well, could also work or were working as, you know, personal assistant for people, you know, in different companies, in different industries. So you just have to know how to search and where to search. Okay, so the other job that you can do working as a student here in Ireland is the research assistant job. You can apply for this particular role via LinkedIn or like via Indeed website. Like most universities and colleges look for people that have this skill set or that have this expertise to also help in research. Most companies as well, most schools, I know of most colleges, because I know that when we were studying, I had a couple of people that were also working part-time as research assistants in like their faculty. So you just need to know where to search and like how to search and who to speak to. And then as a student in the corporate job sector, you can also do like IT gigs. Like I said earlier, most of the jobs all depend on like your skill set and your expertise. Okay, so for IT, I had like one person anyways actually who, while we were studying as a student, also like got a job to be like a programmer as well while he was studying. And also that's because he already had like the skill set for it, you know, and so like they employed him part-time, you know, and he applied for this job like via LinkedIn. So all you have to do is just, you know, target certain companies, target companies that you want to work for, target companies that go in line with what you're studying, target companies that you know that your skill set will be like a value to them. Okay, for also corporate jobs that you can do part-time as a student is like the customer service and like call agents job. So most companies actually look for people to, you know, do customer service and care jobs for them. this is like a very, like, it's a very big role, because I know a couple of people, like a lot of people actually, that did this while studying, and people that are even doing this now full time even after studying as a student. So customer care roles, you would find a lot of them on the Indeed website that I'm leaving down in the description box below, and also via LinkedIn as well. So customer service roles are there as well. And then we also have like student support. So I know that Apple also sometimes look for like a lot of student support, so you just need to have like a very fast computer system, and then also like a very fast Wi-Fi. You could also check the Apple website. Here in Cork, I know that they are looking for like a good number of student support. So like these are like the corporate jobs that I know that you could do as a student working and schooling in Ireland. So moving on to the non-corporate jobs here in Ireland, we have like a good number of non-corporate jobs here in Ireland that you could do as a student while studying in Ireland. So first of all, I would like to say that for you to get most of these roles, I would say it will be easier. It's actually easy. It's not like it's totally easy, but it's not it's not even easy at all. But then again, it will be easier if you actually pass through agencies to get like these roles. It will just be easier for you. So like I know a couple of agencies that kind of like give out non-corporate jobs to students. I know of Nowhere Recruitment Agency, and then I know of Excel Recruitment Agency as well. Those two agencies actually have a lot of non-corporate jobs for students. So all you have to do is just, you know, check my description box. I'm going to be leaving links as to how you can contact these agencies, and then you just have to apply and then contact them, maybe send them a mail, or maybe ring them up, or maybe go to their offices. If you check their website for where like their address is, you could go there and then let them know that, oh, you're a student living and studying in Ireland, and like you're looking for a job, and they will just assist you. All you have to do is just submit a couple of documents to them, and then all you also have to do is like you also have to take, you know, a test and exams. So like during the course of my research, I found that for the Nowhere Recruitment Agencies, okay, you just have to submit like, you know, your admission letter, your student ID showing that you're a student, your PPS number, that's your PPS card, that's like very important. You just have to show them that, oh, you have your PPS card, which allows you to work in the country. So your GNIB card as well, yeah, your admission letter, and then 2 references. So you could get one from either like your landlord, and then the other from like maybe like a lecturer in your department. So once you have all of these documents and you just take them to like Nowhere Recruitment or Excel Recruitment, they will be able to, you know, recruit you under their agencies. And then you kind of have to like go through like the whole testing. Like I know that Nowhere, I'm not really sure how Excel does it, but I know that with Nowhere you have to like write a test, you have to like read. It's not so hard, but you have to like go through a training. So you have to like write test and write an exam, and then once you pass, I think there is like a bar, I think it's like 80% or so. If you get up to that 80% mark or something, then you are now like fully inducted into like the agencies, and then you just have to like, you know, give you a job. Okay, moving on to the non-corporate jobs. Okay, the very first non-corporate job that I know that most people do here as a student is the healthcare jobs. Maybe because it pays more, to be honest, but I know that the healthcare jobs actually, the kind of most of them that I have actually known or researched about, or asked people who are doing them, they've said that they pay them more than the minimum wage, so it is quite good. You can work as a healthcare assistant or a carer here in Ireland, and then this is one of the like the most popular jobs for students here in Ireland, because they obviously pay more than the minimum wage. So people just go to where the money resides, girl, go to where the money is. So I know like a couple of healthcare companies or a couple of healthcare recruitment agencies. I know that there is Anne's Home Care, I know that there is also Home Instead. I know that even with Nowhere Recruitment, you could also do like some healthcare assistant jobs as well. Even with Excel Recruitment, I know that you could also do like some healthcare assistant roles as well. Okay, basically with this role, you just have to like go through you apply. Okay, I will leave like the links to like the healthcare agencies I know down in the description box below. So all you have to do is just to go through that link, kind of like contact them, and then let them know that, oh, you're a student, so you're only available to work for 20 hours in a week, and you would like to, you know, apply as a healthcare assistant. Most of the roles, like I said, all depends on like your skill set and your expertise to that particular role. So if you've already had like an experience in healthcare, or if you do not have an experience in healthcare, of course, you know, you're going to go through like an interview process. So all you have to do is just, you know, align yourself according to that particular role prepare for the interviews because it's going to come. This role, I know that with some healthcare agencies you actually have to write exams to actually, you know, get through to this particular role, but I know that interview is very compulsory. They want to know why they should give you this job. They want to know why you think you are fit to actually be a healthcare assistant here in Ireland. And sometimes some companies also require you to like have some qualifications, you know, for you to be able to do these particular roles. I am hearing of recent now that some companies for these healthcare assistants need you to have like a specific certificate or a specific qualification for you to be able to become a healthcare assistant with them or a carer with them. So yeah, this is one of the roles. This is one of the non-corporate roles that you can do as a student part-time here in Ireland. Okay, so the next non-corporate role I have here would be catering assistant, or you could call them the kitchen porters. So basically you just work in restaurants or companies where food is being served, and I know that the fastest way to actually get this kind of role is via agencies. Sometimes you could get them once you apply, or when you apply straight ahead to the company or to like the industry or to the restaurant that actually is looking for this particular role. But I know that with agencies it's kind of like easier because they already have like these connections, and they already have like these companies that you would be working with or that you would work for. So it's just easier because once you just go through the whole induction process, the whole exam, the whole training and everything with these agencies, you don't have to do the same for these companies. So the agencies just post you to these different restaurants or to these different companies where food is being served and when your services are needed, and then you just have to work as a catering assistant or a kitchen porter. So that's another non-corporate job that you can do here in Ireland as a student. Okay, so then moving on to like the next non-corporate job that I know is you working as a cleaner. Like I said, that's why I spoke about the agencies first, because most of these non-corporate roles would be easier and faster to get if you actually go via recruitment agencies. So recruitment agencies, like I said, Noel and Excel, those are the ones that I know. Those are the ones that I know that most students speak of. You can be able to get like cleaning roles via these agencies. Okay, so if you just apply through them and then let them know that, oh, you have an interest in cleaning companies or cleaning industries or just cleaning anywhere, to be very honest, cleaning houses even. Like, and also if you have an interest in being like a cleaner, you can also work as a cleaner part-time here in Ireland. So then the next non-corporate jobs I'll also state here would be like you working as a waiter or like a waitress. So this particular role actually needs someone who has had like, you know, an experience in it. They mostly look out for people who have already had like this experience in it, but it's nothing that you cannot do. Even if you've not had like an experience in it, like you can learn on the job. Okay, so it's actually something that you can do. And then another role that I know you can also do is working in warehouses. You can also work in warehouse as, you know, helping them in warehouses as a student. You can also work in like, you know, all these grocery stores, for example Lidl, Aldi, Super Value, as like a store assistant. Yes, there are actually roles like that, but I don't think agencies could help. Maybe agencies could help, but with store assistants in all these grocery stores, it's mostly you going through like the company's website and then applying for these particular roles if you want to work as a store assistant. But I know that Lidl looks for store assistants, Aldi as well, you know, Super Value as well, mostly all of these grocery stores here in Ireland. So you could do that part-time as a student as well. And then another non-corporate job would be working as a security guard. I know that if you want to work as a security guard here in Ireland, there is this particular certificate that you have to, you know, get. So there is this particular exam that you have to take for you to get this certificate. And I think that I had someone who was doing this role, and then he was stating to me the other day that I think it was up to like 300 euros that you have to pay to get like this certificate for you to apply for security guard roles. But then you can also do that part-time as a student. You can also work as, you know, as a delivery personnel, you know, for Just Eat company, or like for delivery here as well in Ireland. So you can just apply if you know how to cycle, if you know how to, maybe you have a scooter, you know, you have like an electric bike and you know how to ride, and you know you're very fast, you know, with delivering or with riding. They would need your services because they need people who are fast to help them, you know, deliver foods to people at different locations. So this is also like another non-corporate role that you could apply and work while you're studying here in Ireland. And then another non-corporate role that I know that you can also work as while you're studying here in Ireland is a driver, but like this role would need you to require like an Irish driving license. Okay, so you need like a driving license to be able to help you, you know, get jobs in this particular or for this particular role. So now I've spoken about like the non-corporate jobs and also like the corporate jobs that you can do as you're studying as a student in Ireland. So now I'm going to be talking about like documents that you need to apply for this particular roles to enable you get like a job here in Ireland. Okay, so the first document that you need here would be like your GNIB card, your Irish residence permit. You actually need your GNIB card because that shows that, oh, the country is aware that you're here living and studying, because your GNIB card is going to show the stamp 2 visa on your GNIB card, and that shows that, oh, you're allowed to work as a student for 20 hours in a week. So that's one very mandatory document that you need to provide. You also need to provide your PPS card or like your PPS number. That also is like a unique reference number that knows that, oh, this number is for this particular person and that you're also allowed to work in the country. So you need your PPS number, you need your GNIB card, and sometimes some agencies or some companies will tell you to, you know, provide your admission letter just as a supporting document with your GNIB that shows, oh, you're enrolled in this particular school studying this particular course, and then it also shows like for how long your course is going to be, so they know for how long you're going to be a student working. Okay, and then again, references, they are mostly mandatory here in Ireland. So you could get your reference from either your landlord or from like a lecturer in your university. You could just get a reference just stating that, oh, they are aware, or like you're a student enrolled in their department and like they know that you have good conduct and they're giving like their go ahead for the company or for the agency to, you know, recruit you as a part-time worker. Okay, and then another thing would be like your student identity card is very necessary, it's mandatory as well. And then some companies, not all anyway, some companies or some agencies, I know for newer recruitment or Excel, I don't think there is anything like, you know, medical running through medical test or medical certification to show that you're medically fit. But sometimes there are some roles, even with corporate jobs too, with corporate jobs mostly, that's why I know that most times they actually ask for this medical test to show that your system is free, you don't take drugs, you know, you're actually okay, like, you know, your system is okay. So most of these companies, for corporate jobs specifically, because I know with non-corporate jobs there's hardly, I don't think there is, maybe with the healthcare assistant there could be jobs like that will tell you, okay, we need to know that you're medically fit, but there's some companies that just require you to go through medical tests just to be sure that you're actually medical fit to be working for them. And then those are like the documents that you need to apply for a job as a student. And then moving on to the taxes that you will be paying here in Ireland. Okay, so if you're being paid every week, your tax will be 20% of what you're paid for the week. If you're being paid fortnightly, that's like in 2 weeks or every 2 weeks, your tax is still going to be 20% from what you're earning. Even if you're being paid monthly, it's still going to be 20% as long as you're a student. And then as long as you have all of these other supporting documents showing that yes, or you're a student, then it's going to be 20% that you would be paying. And then the last thing I'm going to be speaking of here today would be like websites as where you could find jobs here in Ireland. I'm going to be leaving the links of all of these websites down in my description box below, so you could just go there and then just click on links, and then it just helps you to, you know, check for lots and lots of jobs that I could apply for. So the very first place that most people actually find all these kind of part-time jobs or corporate jobs, non-corporate jobs for students would be via Indeed, and also you could also check for jobs via LinkedIn as well. Nowhere Recruitment, Excel Recruitment, Adeco Group, CareerWise Recruitment. You could also like turn on subscriptions or job alerts for nuvo.com. I'll leave that one down as well. You could also find jobs through Jobs Irish Agency, like www.jobs.ie, and then you can also get jobs as well through www.nuvo.com. You can also get jobs, well, these are like for mostly graduates in Ireland, would be like www.gradireland.com. so if you check all of this website and all of these, you know, places that I've just listed, if you just go through all of the links down in my description box, you kind of like, you know, have a better idea of all the jobs that I'm speaking of. If you just go through the links, like you'll be able to find much more than I have even spoken about. So just click my description box below, and then you will see like all the links, and that will help you to like, you know, have like a variety of options and jobs that you could, you know, apply for here in Ireland. And then I also forgot to mention, for non-corporate jobs as well, you could also work as a retail assistant in Lido, in Audi, in even like Circle K, in Super Value. You could also work as a retail assistant here as well in Ireland. So I think so far so good. I have been able to, like, you know, speak about the corporate jobs here in Ireland and the non-corporate jobs here in Ireland. Just kind of like have given like a brief summary as to how it goes, what documents you will need, what amount of tax you'll be paying, how to apply for these jobs, companies that actually recruit for this kind of jobs, for both the non-corporate jobs and the corporate jobs. So if you have any more questions concerning anything that I have just said here today, you can leave your questions down in the comment section below. Do well to definitely get through to everybody. Or you can also contact me on my Instagram and then on my Twitter handle as well, or even maybe on Facebook. Everything is linked down in my description box below. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to be ending this video here. If you stayed up until this point, thank you so much. If you know anybody that will need this particular information, please send the person over to my channel. Let the person come over to my channel and then get to have this information. Thank you so much, guys, for watching up until this point. My name is Ria and I love you guys. Mwah. Bye, guys.